international campaigning and advocacy organisation ONE, together with the SABC, have come together to kick off a new campaign that will promote the mainstreaming of African women's development needs. Now, the project includes a countrywide competition to find a strong girl. So what do they mean by strong girl? It's a woman who has made an impact in her community, simply. We're now joined by Iris Cupido, who is the CEO of the SABC Foundation, Mpho Machambers, who is the founder of the Vera Foundation, and Nachilala Nkombo, who is the Deputy Director of Africa One Campaign. A very good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Welcome to all of you to Morning Live. I'm going to start with you, Iris.
Yes.
Just tell us a little bit more about this campaign and how it actually all started.
Well, we're trying to find a strong girl. I think one of the things that this country needs is young women that will inspire and empower other women to do better. We're trying to find a girl that will make other young girls proud and that works really hard to change things for the better in a community, but also that can represent us globally to be the one girl South Africa.
And I believe you guys are going to actually be making an announcement this morning.
Yes, we are. So the background to the campaign is that this year, as you may be aware, the South African government hosted the African Union Heads of State Staff Summit. And out of that summit in June, a series of commitments were made by African presidents on how they're going to empower women and girls in the various countries. So the Strong Girl campaign is a component of bringing that discussion to the national level to engage the South African public on the critical issues that are blocking the progress of women and girls in South Africa. And as a part of that, we're actually having this competition to honor women who are already making a difference. And so that's why we're excited that we're using this platform to announce who the South African Strong Girl is.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to just ask Nachilala what it actually means to, sorry, not Nachilala, can you just tell us what this actually means to be a part of a campaign like this and why this campaign got you excited?
Well, I was really excited about this campaign because I know how hard it is to be a woman or a girl in this world trying to make a difference. And so when I saw that there's an organization such as ONE that cares enough to put women and girls making a difference in this world on a platform, I was excited just to be a part of it and be associated with it. And I think it's really great what they're doing.
What stood out about Mpho?
Everything. I remember reading her submission, and I shouldn't have said this, but I was so excited that I kind of said out loud, "We found our strong girl," and then I was like, ducked her name so nobody sees. But everything about her stood out, and I think that the work that she does, particularly for communities that battle with disabilities, really struck a chord with me. But then when we called her to interview her before we made the final selection, I mean, literally everything she said made my hair stand to attention. She is really an incredible young lady.
So our winner, South Africa's Strong Girl, is
Mpho Machambers.
Thank you so much, and I'm so humbled by all that you've said, and I really hope to use this platform appropriately. United Nations and ONE, they really support women and girls no matter what their background, and to know that this is an organization that cares on this level for women and girls with disabilities and women and girls with abilities is phenomenal. I'm really proud, and I hope I'm going to fly that South African flag really high.
We know you will.
We heard what Iris had to say about your submission. What really stood out for you about Mpho and the work that she does?
Well, this campaign is really about putting to the forefront and trying to get the government's attention to actually make the investments in communities that are marginalized, and which is women. But Mpho is taking that further because she's working with a subset of a community of disabled women who I believe the rest of the public are not educated enough in terms of the challenges that they are facing. And now this being a very critical moment when the South African government will join other community of nations to adopt a new framework to fight global poverty. We want them to maintain the agenda on investing in women and girls at the center of that implementation of the new Sustainable Development Goals.
So Mpho, tell us a little bit more about the work that you do and the communities that you're working with.
Okay. So I run an organization called Vera, and Vera is a Sanskrit word for strength. So ironically, strong girls are who we work with. And so what we do is we find women and girls with disabilities who haven't been given an equal shot at life or who haven't completed their education for some other reason. And we put them through our accredited courses. We're a CETA accredited organization, and we mentor them as well to become entrepreneurs and really strong girls within their own communities so that they can have a very widespread impact themselves. And then we try and place them in companies, try and find them work together with them based on what it is that they're really, really good at. And then from then onwards, we train the corporates in inclusive practice, which is very important, so that they know how to facilitate and also how to include those women in the workplace.
Cyrus, just tell us now, with this collaboration between the SABC and the One Foundation, what's actually going to be the future for Mpho now that she's been named as South Africa's Strong Girl?
Well, I think the very first thing on our agenda is to travel with us to the UN Assembly in New York later this month. And it's certainly for me, it's a very important moment. I was invited there in 2012, so I know how significant it would be to have your voice added to the UN and to those goals. So I think the first thing on our agenda is to get her ready and prepped for the United Nations later this month, and then we'll put together a year-long campaign together with One who will lead that process as to how she could continue to champion for other young girls in South Africa.
So really it's about the connections that you can make and just about the affiliation that you have with such a recognizable organization like One. That is the real value of not only this partnership but also of this prize for Mpho to actually be named as South Africa's Strong Girl.
Yes. Certainly. Actually, the Strong Girl campaign is actually inspired by a song that was produced by One and 6 of Africa's top performing artists earlier on this year that is really talking about the importance of investment in women and girls as central to the fight against poverty. And we want to make sure that when global leaders meet at the UN later this month, they really maintain a focus and clear commitments to move national programs and investments to benefit women and girls. We've heard a lot of rhetoric, but we're looking to seeing action. And Mpho is an example of what could happen in terms of transforming communities and societies if big investments are made in women and girls.
All right, well, I think the only thing now left to say is congratulations, Mpho, and we wish you all the best of luck in everything that you do. I mean, I know that this is just one step on what will be a very long journey. We wish you all the success on that journey. A great partnership from the SABC Foundation, and I can see in your eyes just how much this actually means to you, Iris. And thank you very much for focusing in on South Africa and our strong girls that we have here.
That's right. Thank you so
much.
Thank
you to One and SABC. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, lovely stuff. That is the Strong Girls song by the One Foundation. And we've got strong girls all across not only South Africa, but also Africa.
Doesn't matter where you're from, you're a strong lady. Asian baby.